Misha. So today I have a couple of wigs to show you. They are both from Belle Tress, both from the cafe collection. One is not that new, but this one I think is pretty new. So this is Cafe Chic. This little bob is so cute. It is very modern, blunt, razored, short bob. This is in color Butterbeer blonde. I always have to think because sometimes I say beer butter blonde. Butterbeer blonde, which is my favorite color from Belle Tress. This color is pretty similar to Raquel Welch Shaded Biscuit and also John Renault Palm Springs Blonde. I actually have here Shaded Biscuit, so let me show you. As you can see, especially the front pieces, which on Shaded Biscuit are always the lightest, are very similar. But then at the back, this is a bit warmer. This is really cool, almost platinum blonde. But it's got some lowlights through it, so the root is really, really nice. My root is sort of medium brown, light medium brown, and it has a bit of warmth to it, and the same color goes, as you can see, through that platinum blonde. It is a beautiful, beautiful color. So what I like about Belle Tress wigs is the density. The density is so natural. You know, some wigs have so much hair, they look so heavy and almost unnatural because there is so much hair. So for someone like me who has naturally very fine hair, you might feel like wearing a helmet, like there is just too much hair because you are not used to it. So I love that. The fibers are also the denier of the hair. I think that each individual hair is very, very fine. This wig's cap is wefted. It has a lace front, beautiful lace front. I will show it to you in a minute close up, and left hand monofilament, which means that you can only part it on this side. Sometimes with rooted wigs, even if they have just one side monofilament, I can change the sides because of the dark root. It won't expose the weft. But on this one, I couldn't really do it because, let me zoom you in, because it's such fine density. Can you see? You can see the wefts. Not too much, but because this wig doesn't have any permatease and the density is so fine, there is not as much hair, if you know what I mean. But I'm quite happy with it parted on that side. Please remember, I always tell you, every wig will look slightly different. Mine came very, very flat. It was falling forward. All this was really flat on one side. So as usual, the first thing I did was break up the fibers near the root, and then I have used, like I always do, warm curling iron to lift the front, see, just like that, and I put it under here as well in places just to give it a bit of a lift. So that's all you have to do if you want the lift. Also, you can work it with warm palms of your hands. All Hair Cafe collection wigs are heat friendly, so that's why you can use heat. Please always, before you take any hot tools to your wigs, double check that the wig you have is heat friendly, because some wigs, if you touch it with something hot, you will just melt the hair with the simple synthetic hair. So let me show her to you with from all the sides. such a lovely summer wig. It's so light, you can't feel it. The cap is pretty comfortable. It's not too big. I think I've got average size head, but I think I've tightened it a bit. It's got, you know, adjustable straps so you can tighten it. But it fits me perfectly. It's very, very comfortable, nice stretchy cap. So I've got no problem with the cap. Now the cut. The only thing I've noticed, and you know, oh look, I must have put the heat here and now I've got a little kink. That's okay, I can straighten it later. I've noticed this side is very nice, all choppy and smooth, but this side, can you see it's got like these shorter choppy layers, and I feel like they've taken too many chunks from here. But that might not happen on your wig. So like I said, you will find these variations on different wigs because this wig has that sort of cut. So I've seen this wig first time on Taz from Taz's wig closet, and I loved it so much. But her wig seemed much blonder. You know, that could be the lighting as well, so I have to be careful. Can you see how blonde it is here? I felt like Taz's was like this all over. So you also will find discrepancies with the color, not the actual color, but maybe one will have more of the blonde than the other. I don't feel like it's still beautiful and blonde, but not as blonde, you see, as this side. But Belle Tress is putting more bright blonde around the hairline as well, just like Raquel Welch. I love the color. I've got no problem with the color, but like I said, this side is a bit, looks a bit like I've cut it. But maybe that's the beauty of this style. It's supposed to be this modern choppy bob. Also, it's good to watch few people reviewing the same wig because we all have different shape face. Like I feel this wig looked longer on Taz, but Taz has a lovely slim, small and pointy face, pointy chin, and she suits every single wig. On me, this wig does not look as long, I feel. Maybe I've got just bigger face. So yeah, it's good to watch few people when you're trying to buy a wig to see how it looks on different faces, face shapes. So remember that when you first put your wig on straight from the box, it might not look exactly how you want it to look, but you can always do things to it. Just treat it almost like your own hair. You know, it's not like you get up in the morning or wash your hair and leave it and it just looks beautiful straight away. You still have to do things to it. So I feel quite comfortable in it because I used to have hair that short, maybe even shorter. I had a quite extreme angled bob before, so I quite like that length. And to be honest, I think I look better in shorter wigs than really long wigs. I love long wigs because I've always wanted long hair, but with my fine hair I could never grow my hair very long and have it looking nice. So yeah, I quite like it. I think it's such a lovely, modern, everyday, just stick on and go wig. Okay, so next I will show you the Vienna Roast, which is in exactly the same color, but as you can see, the color looks darker. It's just that also depending on the curl pattern is what the color will look like. So if I curl this wig, it probably wouldn't look as blonde because when you curl it, you can see all the individual colors and it gets more dimensional. But it is the same color. Can you see the root is the same? The root might be a bit longer here. So that's what I mean. You get these slight discrepancies, but it's not like it's going to be totally different color. Again, both of these wigs are from Mima Wigs. I will leave you the link down below with a discount code. You get discount with my code for any wig you're going to buy. Before I put her on, let me show you the cap, because the cap on this one is exactly the same as on this one. So like I said, you get the wefted cap, bendable ear tabs. Here are your adjustable straps, then lovely lace front, and again left parting monofilament. Let me just show you the lace front on this one. Okay, have a look at this gorgeous, gorgeous lace front. It goes from here to here. Beautiful, isn't it? Okay, so this is Vienna Roast straight from the box. So as you can see, all the hair is falling a bit forward and it looks a bit triangular here. But that's because it's been sitting in a box. Good thing to do, which I didn't do with this one. Normally when I get a new wig, I shake it, I turn it upside down, and I hang it on like a door handle or something overnight as well. That can loosen up all these fibers near your scalp. This one I would say has a bit of permatease, but it's nothing huge, and we need to sort this out. Let's talk about the color. This one looks tiny bit darker than this one, but not much. Like I said, it's because of the curl pattern. Let me compare it to the Shaded Biscuit as well. They are very similar. Shaded Biscuit and this, especially in the curly styles, is very similar. Now the root, it's a bit darker than on Cafe Chic, and it doesn't have these really blonde pieces here, but that doesn't mean that yours won't. Mind you, this is an older style, so maybe this one just stays like that. I've noticed that with the newer style, they've made the wigs, they've made this color a bit brighter. So as long as you know that there are some variations in curl pattern and color with every wig really. So I would say this style is a bit similar to Raquel Welch Simmer, not exactly the same but similar, and a bit Editor's Peak, but this one is a bit longer, and Editor's Peak has like shorter fringe bits here. So, and I also have Caliente, which is from Belle Tress, and that one really does look like Editor's Peak. So with this wig, I feel like too much of it is going in front of my face. This one is still very fine, beautiful, fine fibers, but it has definitely a bit more hair than the Cafe Chic. But Cafe Chic is totally different style, different haircut. So again, I probably will have to give myself swoop. This cap is a bit big, but I don't think I adjusted it. So that's another thing you will find inconsistency with Belle Tress is the cap size. Some caps are really big, some are just right. So please take all that into consideration. Again, I'm going to see if I can put it on this side, if it will expose the weft, because you know this is my preferred side to part my hair. Yeah, it doesn't look too good. It's not bad, but you really should stick to the parting where the monofilament is, you know, so it gives you that natural scalp look. This hair is so fine, you get a lot of flyaways with Belle Tress wigs, but I quite like it because to me that looks even more natural. Someone said to me they were getting really annoyed with me in one of my reviews that I never brush the wigs. I don't, because I quite like my curls defined like this, but you can definitely brush it and don't have the curls so defined. And if you want them to be defined again, just spray them with a bit of water, scrunch it, and they will separate a bit. So I would definitely have to do bits to this wig here at the top, give myself some lift with this, because I feel like it's too flat here and too much hair here. I've got quite round face, so I need the height on the top and a bit less around my face. I would be also considering to cut, like I always do, shorter layers, although look, this one has a shorter layer at the front here, just on this side, but not on this side. Let me show her to you from all the sides. It's a beautiful curl pattern, really, really lovely. And even though this is not a full 100% hand-tied cap, you still get really lovely movement with these wigs because of the fiber, because the fiber is so fine. It just feels beautiful. I really, really like the Belle Tress fibers. Here you see, I feel like I need a bit less hair on the side and a bit more height at the top, but because again this is another heat defying wig, I can take some tools to it. So if I want to add a bit of a swoop at the front, I can easily do it. You see? And I can also do that back here. Just make sure that whatever you've curled, you hold it in that position till it cools down. So it sets like that. I don't know, let me know if you find it helpful, me just getting the wig out of the box as it is and showing you how I style it to make it look how I want it to look. And that straight away looks much better for my liking. I have a bit more lift here, a bit more lift here, and that will now stay like this. Even if I wash it, this will stay just like that till I flatten it again, I don't know, with straightening irons. So that's what I love about heat defiant wigs. I love these wigs for updos. You can just, because they are so curly, grab it any old how, because I quite like that artistic mess, that's why I call it, and clip it here and leave these tendrils hanging down. Yeah, I definitely like it. You know that I am a big fan of these sort of shoulder length, wavy curly styles, so this really is right up my street. Again, the cap is comfortable. It's slightly bigger, I would say, than on Cafe Chic, but I've tightened it and it's fine now. Remember, you can always wear a wig grip underneath for it to feel more secure. But the weight of the wigs are so light. With some wigs, you sort of feel, not that they are heavy, that you can't keep your head up, but you sort of know that you have something on your head, whereas these ones are so light that it just feels like I've got just my own hair. Because remember, I am someone who already has hair, whatever wig I put on, I'm basically doubling up on hair. So sometimes it can be a bit hot, especially in hot weather, because I've got double the amount of hair. I suppose people with really, really thick hair can understand that. I really, really like it. Of course, when I first put it on, there's no way that I would like it as it was. You saw it all falling forward, no swoop, a bit flat here. And I can imagine, especially if you are not experienced with different wigs and what you can do, you might think, oh, this wig looks nothing on me, like I've seen it on Nisha or Taz or whoever. Remember, sometimes wig come in that you just put it on and it looks perfect, but sometimes you have to do things to it. They are obviously straight from the factory, stuck in a box. They often look very flat. Sometimes they look flat just on one side, but that's not the end of the world. You can always do something to it. Loving it. Can you see that movement? It's just so natural. You know, if you think maybe of some really cheap wigs with a lot of hair, with certain hairstyle, and you move and the hair almost doesn't move, it's just like a helmet. You definitely don't get that with this wig. Okay, my lovely, so these were the two Belle Tress wigs. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and stay fabulous. Bye.